This is the Arkansas Razorback Show. Over the next 12 weeks, we will have pregame analysis and postgame analysis, and we will discuss the Arkansas Razorback opponents, and how they need to win, and what players need to step it up, and other hog news.
Now this week we're going to talk about Western Illinois, a game that was a lot closer than it was supposed to be. Now, we came out, opening kickoff, and we fumbled the football.
Yeah, they knocked Elton Ford right on his ass. We need to focus on ball control, how to keep the ball there, and not let the other person's helmet just knock the ball right out.
Another thing we need to do is, when the ball comes to us on defense, we need to catch it, and when they run the ball, we need to stop them.
Yes, they ran a ton that game, and it seemed like we thought they were going to pass. I don't know, maybe our rushing defense isn't quite up to step.
Another thing is, third down conversions for them. They were great. We need to stop them a lot more when we play ULM.
Right. And, I think one of the biggest difference why we lost is because Michael Smith, our running back, was suspended. So we had, no running game. So they expected us to pass it almost every time.
Well, although we won the game, it was a close game. Casey Dick ran for 2 scores and threw for another 2.
That very much impressed me. I didn't even know Casey Dick could run. And he just got up there, took control of the ball, few stiff arm, few jukes, bam, he's in the end zone.
Hog fans are going wild, and so were we.
Yeah, should have seen us. It was crazy.
Anyways, back to the game. Now, one of our key players, as you know, wasn't playing. Number 21,
Michael Smith.
There you go. Now, he got suspended for using his textbooks wrong.
I don't even know what that means.
Maybe he was selling them on the black market. Something.
Right,
Anyways, he wasn't playing, and Dennis Johnson was. He did all right, about 30 yards rushing. But we need to have a lot more rushing yards and a better offensive line performance if we are to beat the teams like Alabama, Texas, Ole Miss, Florida, all those other teams.
Yeah, if we had a running game, that would have made it so much easier. And we did have a lot of freshmen starting. This is their first college game ever, so they've got to be pretty nervous.
I would be.
Yeah, if I was playing for the Arkansas Razorbacks opening up, I would be nervous too. But I think this game, they'll be a lot more settled in. They'll make a lot more tackles. They'll make a lot more catches. That's another thing. Our receivers, they need to step it up and not lose the ball. When it goes right through your hands, it's kind of a sign that Casey's doing good and you're not.
London Crawford, one of our key receivers, dropped a lot of passes in that game. One was a pretty good thrown pass for about 40 yards.
Yeah, and he jumps up, and doesn't come down with it. And I think, Bobby Petrino's a good coach, but Reggie Fish needs to start.
Oh, yeah. Reggie Fish needs to start kick returner.
Yeah. He's good, but I guess Bobby Petrino doesn't see that. He was good for us last year. He's a senior. He's got experience. He's got talented. Give him the ball. Go out there and he'll score.
And although the Bobby Petrino era didn't start off quite like Hog fans expected it to, we still won the game.
It was a W.
We were down by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. We were rallied back by our quarterback, Casey Dick.
Yes. He really impressed me that game. I thought he would do good this year, but thinking and seeing is quite a bit different.
Let me tell you something. Move over Ryan Mallett. Casey Dick, amazing.
Yeah.
2 rushing touchdowns. We've already talked about it.
23 yards.
Casey Dick, I didn't know he could walk that far.
Then a 4-yard touchdown run, you see him do a little stiff arm jump up. Bambi's in the end zone raising his arm.
Debo, watch out. Heisman Trophy winner. Might be another quarterback in the SEC to win it this year.
Yes, and, let's see. Tim Tebow broke his record, for 1 touchdown and 1 running touchdown. Well, guess who didn't break his record? Guess who carried it on?
Casey Dick.
That is correct.
Not only did he have, just 1 rushing touchdown, 1 passing touchdown, he had 2. If he can keep doing that along with the running game and a pretty good defense, we could have a shot this year.
We could have a shot. Now, what do you think we need to do to beat ULM?
I think we need to practice the fundamentals. Hold on to the ball when it's in your hands.
Yeah,
It's not there for you to put it on the carpet. You're supposed to have it in your arms. Another thing is, start out strong. Just, go right back to it.
Momentum. It's
Don't
all about momentum.
let them get the momentum, because we trailed that entire game. Although we could have went right down the field and scored, because we fumbled the ball, they had momentum. And although they did fumble the snap on the field goal, they still had momentum in that game, the entire game, up until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing an SEC team, and the first play is them fumbling, and you recovering, you're going to be hyped.
You're going to be fired up.
You're really fired up.
Another thing we need to do, defense. Defense. We need to intercept the pass when it comes to us.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he should just have the corners catch footballs all day long.
No offense to, Louisiana Monroe or whatever. But their quarterback probably isn't, the SEC's, caliber of quarterback. Now, if we have to go up against Tebow, we have to go up against, all these different teams in the SEC. We need to be able to catch the ball when it's thrown to us from another quarterback at Western Illinois. Another thing is our defensive line.
Yeah, they have to stop the run. They have to learn how to stop the run. The best way to stop a run is to stop it behind the line. You got to get behind the line to stop the run.
I don't care how good that they say that running back at Western Illinois is. He's playing for Western Illinois for a reason. Okay, he's not playing for Auburn. And when LSU's running back, who had over 200 yards rushing, comes in to town in Little Rock, we need to step it up. Another thing we need to do is third down for them. Yes. On defense, we were terrible on third downs. We could hold them, get a sack on second, make it third and long, boom, first down.
Yeah, I mean, our cornerbacks did all right. Our safeties, they did all right covering the receivers, They got to learn how to intercept. Another thing is our offensive line. They got 4 sacks for 34 yards. Western Illinois, who is that?
Here's another thing. People probably don't think about this a whole lot. Our kicking game, kicking off, we were terrible.
Yeah.
Now, although it doesn't seem like that big part of the football game, field position can be key in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, you got 4 yards back and you're 4 yards short of the end zone. Could have had a touchdown.
But you didn't. Another thing is the freshmen. They just need to work out the nerves.
Chill out.
Just don't. It's not that big of a deal. You're playing Western Illinois. You're not playing Auburn at Auburn. Well, when you are this season. But just worry about it one game at a time.
And when they have 8 freshmen starting, I mean, they have to be nervous. They started settling in the fourth quarter. That's when we started making some good movement.
We just need to start with that kind of fire that we had in the fourth quarter when we were winning the football game, the beginning of the game. Let me just say one thing. Elton Ford, whatever your name is, catch and hold on to the football.
Yeah, actually, Reggie Fish should be back there. But
yeah, he should. But
we'll give him a chance. But, I don't like it when the first play of the NCAA, our first play of our NCAA team, is a fumble. That doesn't make that a good start.
Not a good start for the Bobby Petrino era at all. You seen that? No. Maybe for Houston, not for Bobby Petrino.
At least we got a W.
We got a W on our schedule. We're number 2 in the SEC West.
That's not bad.
And we're getting ready for ULM.
We are going to win.
So this has been the Arkansas Razorbacks Network game show thing.
We will see you next time on the Arkansas Razorback Show.